this video is, is made to glorify the Most High, Yahweh, in Jesus' name, in my native tongue, Yahshua Mashiach, through His Holy Spirit, through His Ruach Kodesh. May this video move through the Spirit of the Most High, however it sees fit. I don't do this to slander nobody. I don't do this. It's nothing like that. It's nothing like that. But it's a point to be made, and the person that I do this relevant to, who's relevant to it, it ain't done to slander her, carry it anyway. Like, it's my first girlfriend. Like, I want to share something with y'all. Like, I got this first girlfriend, and she's solid, man. Like, she A1. Like, I was with her. I'm making a point with all of this. Like, let me give you the scripture so you can just know it ain't on the weather stuff. Like, Luke chapter 5, verse 35 would say this: someday the groom will be taken from them, then they will fast. Another version. And the days will come when the bridegroom is taken away from them. Then they will fast in those days. I'm going to give you another scripture. It's Revelation chapter 7, verse 6. In those days, people will seek death, but will not find it. They will long to die, but death will flee from them. These videos, they may not be for necessarily. These videos, if you ask me, who are they for? Are they for us now, or are they for those who are left behind? Only the Most High knows. But let me tell you about my first girlfriend, man. She's relevant to, y'all don't know, like, the bro y'all talk to, how this woman aided to my character, my virtue, my integrity. I mean, I want to protect the name. I'm gonna try not to say the name. But she A1. Since the day I met her, like, the first day I met her, I kissed her, like. And from that day forward, this is back in 2005, March of 2005. And from that day forward, there's not been one day, just factually speaking, just keeping it a buck, one day, there has not been one day I haven't thought about her lips on my face. Not one. Not one. There was one time, I'm not going to elaborate and talk about all the stuff we did. I'm not going to do that to her. Like, I'm not doing that. That's not where I'm going with this. One time, I remember I was saying something, and she cut me short by kissing me. She just started kissing me. Like, I was in the middle of saying something. She just started kissing me like I wasn't saying a thing under the sun. And that was the most beautiful thing my existence has known. I can't even front. That was the most beautiful thing. The longest I was with her was 8 months. And for those 8 months, she has no idea. And I tell her often, like, you don't know what those 8 months was to my painful existence. She really don't. Whether she my girl or not, like, I don't care about, like, I'm not thinking like that. Like, yo, I'm not gunning for her like that. Like, she been A1. She is A1. Like, I can't write off her character. She really just a down to earth type chick, cool type chick. And And I couldn't explain it. Like, why couldn't I get her off my mind? Every day of my life, she's on my mind. Why? Like, and it just marveled at it. Like, it used to sometimes just frustrate me. Why am I thinking about this chick? This chick ain't thinking about me. Why am I thinking about her, man? And it just used to bother me. Like, you know, and I used to hate when my mother was like, Ray, you still love her. I'm like, man, look, it's just one of them things, man. I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know. Like, I ain't trying to, like, I'm used to being by myself. Like, I'm cool. Like, I just been through too much. I'm a broken nigga. Like, I ain't trying to, like, you know what I mean? You know, and I tell you something about her, man. The accuser's been trying to take her life for years. Like, I thought I had brushes with death, like with my car accidents. But nah, man, she had them things. Like the enemy been trying to take her life for years, man. Cause she just been in car accidents. Like, I feel for my homie. You know, we got back in touch with each other last year, 2020. And I was so grateful to the Most High. Because when I lost that relationship with her, like, it really affected me throughout the years, like, really. Because, like, it was like she was my homie first. Like, she was my homie first. Like, she don't understand, like, for example, I'll tell you something, because I ain't gonna elaborate on stuff we used to do, like, but I'll tell you this one thing, and it stuck with me. She was the type woman that's like, Raymond, I'll tell you the truth. If you don't want to know something and if you can't handle it, don't ask me. But if you ask me something, I'll tell you the truth. She was that type woman. She's that type woman. Not was. She is. Like, I'll tell you the truth. And when we started interacting the first day, like, I never forgot, she was like, Ray, I'm at a different place in my life now. And she really is. Like, you know, just, she really is. Like, and I could see it when we interacted. Like, man. And it was just such a blessing just to interact with her again. Like, y'all don't understand, like, how grateful I was to the Most High that she came back in my life. Like, I ain't over here trying to, like, smash. I ain't nothing like that. It's just, like, for example, I'm going to tell you when I say I used to think about, like, I thought about her every day since the day I met her. Every day. Y'all don't know. I ain't had girlfriends on top of girlfriends on top of girlfriends. Truth be told, I had 3. I had girls I was close with when we were close to being in a relationship. But truth be told, I only had 3. What she was, man, like, she was my first, like, you know, and I bought mistakes that virgins make in relationships, like, and it really bothered me throughout the years. Like, people don't understand, like, I learned from my first girlfriend because she was so down to earth. Like, she was just chill, she was cool, like, that I could not write off what she's been to me. Like, like she that type jank where it's like, my homies be like, yo, she a solid. Like, if this was their girl, like, yo, this shorty be wanting for nothing, like, for real. Like, truth be told, she down to earth and she truly is submissive. Like, you know, this one thing, you see, y'all don't know, like, I'm that type, bro, where I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you and I'll righteously state my case on whatever and I'll stand tall on it. I'm that bruh. I'll look you in your face with it. Y'all don't know how that woman aided to that. You know, I tell my mother a scripture, Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 28. Out of 1,000 men I've interviewed, only one man is said to be upright, but of women I found none. But God, let me finish the rest. But God makes men and women to be upright in that, you know, makes them to be upright. But they each have chose to follow their own downward path. Let me find that scripture for you. It's Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 28. Just 1 out of every 1,000 men I've interviewed can be said to be upright, but not one woman. I discovered that God created people to be upright, but they have each turned to follow their own downward path. I don't know how many women out of all found righteous. What is it, 2,000, 3, 4, 5? I don't know. But one thing is certain. I can testify that that woman is counted amongst. Even if I wanted to say I despise this woman, the Most High could have a rebuke for me because I know how righteous she is. One time, and I never forgot this throughout the years. She may have forgot this. She may remember this. 2 things. I said to her, you know, I'm a nigga and I know this. Like, and I used to talk to her like, I talked to her straight like, I know this. I said this to you once and I don't think you remember. And I was like, you're going to always have a nigga want to be with you, want to treat you like a lover. You're going to always have a nigga that want to come and try to treat you special. You're going to always have that. It don't necessarily work that way for bros like myself. Like, I'm just being real with you. And I remember I talked about it. She was like, Ray, I remember that. I was shocked. Like, I just knew she would forget. But this is something I never forgot. Me and her talked one day. And one day when she was my girl, I thought she was pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I was doing some temp work, like labor ready temp work. And I got off work. And at first I was thinking she was pregnant. Like, and because she was complaining about feeling sick. And she said to me, Raymond, I'm not pregnant. And she was like, do you want to see the birth testing right here, the pregnancy test right here? Yeah. And I really didn't care. I believed it. Like, I wasn't like saying she was lying. She was just saying it just like this. I didn't know why she asked me like that, but I just was like, all right, yeah. I didn't know why she asked me, do you want to see it? And I was just like, yeah. She shown it to me. She said, not pregnant. That was and I never forgot it. And I stored that in my memory. Like, and when she did it, she was doing it. And throughout the years, I would meditate on that. She was doing it like, Raymond, I'm going to be honest with you. The best that I know how, I will be honest with you. And I could never take that from her. Not only was she beautiful, not only is she just beautiful, like, if she was a smiling, funny man, and you made her genuinely smile, man, that thing means more than words can say and ears could hear, man. She ain't have to be this, like, dumb, thick chick with it, like, nah, like, and I'm going somewhere with that. If you made her genuinely smile from a joke or made her feel special and she smiled, man, that jank was so beautiful. It would mean something and it would warm you every time. Because she was not just like on some outside beautiful type stuff. She just genuinely as a person, like, and I marveled at it. You know, I have like my other 2 ex-girlfriends, like I couldn't care less. Like them chicks could, like, bottom line, them chicks could drop dead today. Like, I'm cool. Like, I don't care. Like, but I don't, because they don't maintain not even half the integrity that this woman maintains. Not even half. Like, not even half. Like, y'all don't understand. Like, I be that bro, like when Biggie was in his bag, like, yo, thug nigga to the end, tell your friend shit. Because when I like you, then you go and smash my friend shit. You know that ain't right. Like, I understand. Like when Too Short was like, yo, you treating these bros better than they ever been treated, nigga. Like when he come with rebukes, like, yo, I get it. Just because of women like my 2, like my second and my third girlfriend, I'm like, yo, you don't even, and I be in my bag like, yo, y'all don't even look that good to be that arrogant. Like, and I be marveling at it, like, yo. And I would talk to her about it, because this is my homie. And I tell her, like, yo, like, I just marvel at it. Like, these chicks don't look that good to be that arrogant. Like my third girlfriend, like, she a skinny chick, like she this thick chick. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, you just type arrogant. Like, please, like me and my niggas be laughing about it. Like, her, nah, man. She the type chick where niggas would stand up like, yo, chill out. Yo, change the subject. Like, she the type woman where it's like, a nigga will look at you and say something to change the subject. Like, nigga, change the topic, nigga. Because she's just that A1. And a lot of the integrity and the character I maintain based off her transparency, her honesty. She was the woman that, if you don't want to know the truth, don't ask me. She don't know, like, ain't no way I could pay her back for what she been to me. Like, the only way I could show reverence is maintain honesty and integrity to this day. But there's no possible way I could pay her back for what she been to me. Those 8 full months of my, you know what I'm saying, of my painful existence, she don't know what that meant to me. If she watched this video, like, she already know, like, I ain't trying to carry it. You know, because I've been trying to link up with my homie, like, yo, just, you know what I'm saying, just, I just be busy, like, you know what I'm saying, and I ain't tripping, like, but even still, she don't owe me nothing. Like, I'm not going to treat her like, hey, I did this by you, I did this, though, that mean you need it. Nah, man, forget that, man, that's some sucker stuff. That shorty don't owe me nothing, like, she got a daughter, like, she got a dude, like, she don't owe me spit. And I'm not going to treat her like you owe me, like, I need to see your time. I just been trying to see her. I've been trying to link up with her because it's a conversation I need to have when I look her in her face. Like, because she that type woman where it's like, it just would mean something to her just to see it to her face. She, I kept having, throughout the years, I used to have dreams and visions about her. Like, and I couldn't explain it. And I really couldn't explain it. Like, I'm not going to use God's name to sleep with this woman. Like, that's some sucker stuff. Like, when you see past this, like, hey, God told me to sleep with you, like, yo, that's some sucker stuff. Like, for real. Like, that's some sucker stuff for real, man. Like, so I tell y'all, like, I ain't slept with not one of y'all shorties from my channel. I ain't throw the card out there. Ain't, like, I want to be A1 with you. I see women like daughters of Abel. Like, y'all don't understand. I see the daughters of Abel. Like, I see the daughters of Abel. I'm trying to tell y'all words of righteousness. I'm trying to plant seeds of righteousness the best that I know how. With my homie. This woman, like, I see what the most I want to do by it. And I wouldn't try my hand because I want his words to be credible. You know something I thought about as I was doing this video? Say she looked at me, right? And she could see this video and say she looked at me and she could look at me after seeing this and say to me, to my face, look me in my face, Raymond, just being as direct as possible, like knowing she's beautiful, knowing the character, knowing me, just knowing, I ain't, with all respect, look at me and be like, Raymond, you may say to me, you don't want to be with me, but Raymond, I can see you do. If she said that to me, I would genuinely tell her to her face. So what you saying? You're right. But what do I want? And what do I need? More than that, what do I need? I need the Most High's will to be done. I need what I'm been praying about the manifest. I'm not going to, and I would tell her straight, I think about what you carry, and she don't notice, like, and the Most High's going to make known to her this. Like, yo, Raymond's being honest with you on this note. If she met me like that and called me out like that, and just not necessarily like you trying to fight me, just because she's just that woman that's just virtuous, and just say it like, Raymond, I ain't trying to contend with you or argue, but I could tell you want to be with me, Ray. I would tell her, I think about what you carry, man. I think about the heartache you carry. One time we talked and I said to her this, I recognize this here and now. You're remorseful for the things you've done. And when I said that to her, she said to me, at least you see it. So if she met me like that, I would tell her to her face, I think about your heartache. You got a bruh. I think about your conscience. I think about your mental health. No, I ain't gonna try you, man. The accuser's been trying to kill you, man. That nigga been trying to kill you, yo. That nigga's trying to get you out of here. I be praying on your behalf. I be praying unique things for you. I don't care if I don't ever deal with you like that. I don't care if kissing you, if I never kiss you again, like, that's not what it's about for me. I think about your mental health, and I'm gonna be honest, pertaining to what you just said here and now, I ain't running from that. But I'm telling you plain, I think about your mental health, and what do I care about? I want the Most High's words to be credible. I'd rather you forget ever being with me. I would rather her forget ever being with me before I carry off and try my hand like that and the Most High's words lose any form of credibility. I want the Most High's words to be credible to her. Y'all don't understand. That's the type woman, if it was a person or if there was a woman that I could be tempted to use God's name to sleep with, it would be her. I'm not going to do that to my homie. You know something that my mother figure said to me? She said this. She said to me, Raymond, I noticed, whether she was aware of it or not, the Spirit of the Most High was communicating through her saying this, Raymond, I noticed this about you. You make it up in your mind to do the right thing. The comfort I find in my home, my first girlfriend, she just knows, Ray, you make it up to do the right thing. Like, I know how you be on it. You ain't on no BS. Like, cause you know when I tell her stuff like, look, I don't want nothing from you. I ain't trying you. She was like, Ray, I know you ain't like that. Y'all don't know how much that meant to me, man. That was my first girlfriend. What I lost with her, y'all don't understand we haven't talked. I remember we haven't talked for almost 10 years. Nah, it was almost 10 years. When I talked to her again, y'all don't understand how much that meant to me. Y'all don't understand what I lost in her throughout the years and how it affected me. She ain't some random thought, like, she ain't some random head chick. She ain't. She A1. She's virtuous. She's honest. In places where it's like, a lot of y'all shorties could learn from her type honest. This is where it's coming up. And this is why I would tell her to her face if she just said to me, Raymond, you may say you don't want to be with me, but I could look at you and say you do. So that she knows I think about her mental health and I think about the stuff that she carried, knowing what she struggled with. She struggled with depression like myself. She struggled with things much like myself. Man, this shorty struggled with like literally the same things I struggled with. The only difference, I just don't got no kids. Like, I mean, she got a daughter. She don't know. I've been trying to link up with her to talk to her and tell her what I'm telling y'all now. Y'all call it the 144,000 or call it something else. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, evil rulers in heavenly places. Y'all don't understand. I be painting myself for the most. I be thinking about God's kingdom. I be thinking about helping them. I think about those left behind. I think about these type matters of righteousness. The 144,000. A lot of y'all don't understand. When y'all think of people like Jay-Z, 50 Cent, or whoever, y'all don't understand after the rapture, a lot of these people, man, a lot of these people will be in places of fasting. And a lot of these people that we wouldn't let into God's kingdom, they were in places where God was like, yo, all right, now it's time to move with y'all. They just in places waiting on the Most High. And the Most High, just in his mercy, has just not made known. I wish y'all be quiet because y'all coming against people that I would use the most. Just y'all people so simple, but hey, to discredit all that, hey, I have a vision. I'm like Ezekiel 13, man. Let's move forward. There was one time I'm painting myself. I be painting myself for the Most High's name. I empathize with y'all that struggle with y'all flesh. You struggle with homosexuality, you struggle with bisexuality, perversion, just whatever. Like, I'm not judging. Y'all don't understand. I seek the Most High for things to aid y'all, to help y'all, man. Like, really. I be painting myself. I don't sleep around. Not like on some voluntary, like, hey, just vow celibacy. Nah, man. I just know the days we in are the days of Noah. I just know how bad things gonna get. And this is the time where I've been trying to go without. I hate when I eat. This is a time of fasting. I hate when I eat, man. I hate when I eat. And so I paid myself for the Most High, man. I paid myself. One time, I had this experience like roughly around a year, maybe 2 years ago. I was painting myself, fighting not to relieve myself. You know what I'm saying? One time I had my jan in my hand about to, bust my nut. And one time I stopped. And it was painful. I stopped. And I be thinking of God. I be thinking of Jesus. I be thinking of him, like really, like thinking of him, like I want to help you. You see how I'm tormenting myself. I want to help you. You could use this to your advantage. I want to help you. Incline to me. I want to help you, man. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to help you. Y'all that struggle with homosexuality, y'all that struggle with this, y'all that carry off in adultery and you know it, like, y'all who are prostitutes, escorts, and you wish, like, I want to help you, man. Y'all don't understand. I seek the Most High for stuff that you struggle with, man. I ain't a salesman. I ain't trying to convince you to take it or leave it. I struggle with you. I'm painting myself talking to the Most High. And when I had this experience, I ain't share it right off. I laid down. When Paul talk about, I know a certain man, a faithful man I used to be, whether in my body, I know not. Out of my body, I know not. God know it. Whether in my body, out of my body, I know not. I saw this figure before me. And this figure, dark skin, and it was just in my face smiling. And this figure, when I looked at it and it was smiling, I looked at it and it was a male. But I had this experience and I didn't say anything to anyone about it. I didn't speak about it. The spirit was just smiling, like just smiling with a beautiful smile. When I looked at the smile was something like Angie's, like, oh my gosh. Its lips, something like Angie's, oh my gosh. And it's before me. Angie's lips, like, my fault, man. I ain't even mean to say her name. Like, y'all don't understand. Them things been with me every day in my life. And it put me in a place where I'm like, where I seek the Most High and I needed to abide in her. Y'all don't understand what she did. Like, I've been through a lot of abuse in my life. And 8 months, 8 months, y'all don't know what that was to my painful existence. Her lips was like probably one of the best things I've ever known. Aside from finding a mother, like, aside from finding the Most High and true virtuous woman that I call my mother figure, like, her lips on my face, like, I tell her that. And if she came to it like, Raymond, I could see you want to be, like, only reference I could tell her is, look, I care about what you carry, yo. And if I never link up with her, like, no problem. Like, what would you rather have? Your ex-girlfriend link up with you, you know what I'm saying, you know, and something potentially happen? Or she don't link up with you at all for the sake of mental health, for the sake of her relationship and what she carries now? I tell you, I'd rather not link up with her. I love that woman. That's my homie. That's my friend. And if she didn't link up with me, truth be told, I'd understand it. I just think about what that shorty carried. I think about what my homie carried. I could testify to my homie character, man. This spirit's lips, this androgynistic spirit, its lips was like the lips of Angie calling to be kissed, like, for real. Its body, like, something like a between 14 and 16 athletic build, like, its chest, something like a borderline, like, B cup, and it's looking like a thick joint from the waist down. With Angie's lips, with Angie's smile. Angie's lips tight, calling to be kissed, like. And every part of this androgynistic body before me is calling to be groped, grabbed, had sex with, done with. It's just calling for this. It's no taller than like 5'5". Just calling. Just in my presence, just smiling, like coming close, like smiling, like. And it's just alluring, just alluring. And I touched his side. And it was like, man, you gay as hell. Yo, when I came to him, when I woke up, I was so mad, man. I was so mad. I was in my bag. Like, nigga, I ain't asked for you to come in my dream, nigga. Like, nigga, I ain't asked to see you, nigga. I ain't asked to have you around my presence, nigga. You could beat it. Like, keep it moving, my nigga. Like I asked you to come around, my nigga. Like, I asked you to come around, my nigga. Y'all don't understand. Like, I just see where my sorrows turn to joy. Like, y'all don't dig it. Like what happened in Washington. Like, y'all don't understand how it affect me, man. I see how my sorrows turn to joy. Like, yeah. And I tell y'all, that spirit, it was like I had that experience, and it was like a puzzle to be put together. This spirit, this androgynistic spirit, fighting to have men, you know, bringing works of perversion, bringing effective works of perversion to pervert a man from his instinctive and natural way. That wasn't the last time I interacted with it. Like, now remember that when I said to you, it was just looking like smiling, like coming close, like it came smiling with what was on my first love, man. Y'all don't understand, like, when I looked at this spirit, what was made known. And the wickedness it performs and the influence that it has, man. Y'all don't know. Truth be told, I would tell my ex-girlfriend to her face. I would tell my homie to her face. If you were standing right here and that spirit was standing next and they don't know the gender, every homie, everyone would go to that spirit and treat you like you ain't even there. I would tell her to her face. Because truth be told, that spirit, that evil spirit smile, was better than my first girlfriend. That spirit's lips was much softer than my girlfriend's. Like, No comparison. Raymond, the way you say it, you look like you talking from experience. For me, painting myself for our God, I am. That's not the only time I interacted with that spirit, man. I saw that spirit in spiritual places. This spirit, like this evil spirit, it's just like, it was like a puzzle to put together. And this spirit, I seen times where it was in a closed dungeon space with other evil spirits. And say a normal sex drive, this like a sex drive, the sex drive for any normal demon is like times 1,000. It was like this evil spirit that I'm describing to you, it's like it was 250,000. And so say the spirits that laid with it, it was like 1,000, maybe two, their sex drive was 1,000 times 1,000 or 2,000. This evil spirit, not even 5'5", will be working like thousands and thousands of homies. Like, and so we're 1,000 over here, like, yo, I'm sexually spent. This homie's over here still going. With other homies, just going. And y'all don't understand what I'm breaking down to you. This body is calling specifically to the righteous men and to men who pain themselves for the name of God. Y'all don't understand. I see the wickedness that it does. These demons lay with that spirit. These demons lay with that spirit for an end goal, to destroy the masculinity of mankind. They don't care about they don't care about mankind. They don't care about sin. They don't care about condemnation. They don't care. They want to sleep with that spirit. They want to sleep with that bro, that homie. Y'all don't know. How my sorrow's gonna be turned to joy. Like, y'all don't dig it. Like, you know. You remember when I told you it looked like my first girlfriend? I had another experience where I was in the home that I'm staying at now. It was like my childhood home. And this spirit, I never forgot, I was in the den. And this spirit looked at me. And it was sitting on a couch, smiling. Like, I see an athletic build. You know, it was kind of naked. And it was smiling. And it had a seal. And it just looked at me. And its teeth was like sunset orange. Borderline light red, like sunset orange. Beautiful smile, soft lips. Look like for real. Like, I would tell my ex-girlfriend to her face, like, your smile and this spirit smile, its smile is much better than yours. Your lips compared to its lips, it makes your lips look like concrete. Like, my shorty's lips, like, gosh, my shorty, she ain't my shorty. My ex-girlfriend's lips was crazy soft. This spirit make her lips into concrete. And it came with a seal, and it just smiled and looked at me, and it just did this, like, it was like, how can I describe it? Let me grab something. All right, I'm grabbing my switch, and it just looked at me and did this, like. And I said to that spirit, hey, do me a favor. Can you do that again? And it did it again, like, just. And I said to it, when I looked this dead in his face, I'm seeking a workload from the Most High, so that holy angels beat the brakes off you, nigga. Now smile at that. That nigga stopped smiling. That nigga crapped on the floor and left the room, man. When I said that, like, I'm seeking a workload so that holy angels beat the brakes off you, nigga. Now smile at it. That nigga was so horrified. That spirit was so horrified. It crapped on the floor and left the room. I seen how sorrow turned to joy. Like, you know, I be talking about how I be spiritually, like, what these spirits been doing when they been raping me, like I'm talking about when these spirits just, like, yo, I just see my sorrow turn to joy. Like, y'all don't understand. I see this spirit, like, and I had another experience. I was laying in the bed, And I was looking at this spirit, and I knew it. And I was intently looking at this spirit, like, this is the death thing I'm gonna give it. Like, what I'm gonna do? Like, it's like I got such high hopes for us. Like, I'm about to get like horrific with this jank. Like, I see my sorrow turn to joy. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. Ask him for it. Just ask him. God, I want to be an object of your vengeance. Ask him for it. Think of us. Think of this. You have not because you ask not. Man, I want to be you. Like, I'm smiling so hard because the things I'm gonna do to this spirit, like, it just make me so happy. Like, you know how vexing it is that it's gonna look like someone that means so much to me. My homie, she fears God. She's righteous. I see her in the days to come. I see her. I don't got time to persuade her. I ain't trying to convince her. I just see her carrying off in much righteousness. Righteousness. Just remember that whole thing, daughters of Abel. Just, y'all don't know, like, he's the righteous Abel. He's known as that frightful man. How much I research Abel, y'all. Let's move forward. My friend, she is gonna make herself horrifying. How horrifying she makes herself to the people in the days to come. Like, she just don't even dig it. Like, she gonna look at his spirit and his wickedness, like in this unjust state. And the spirit gonna be horrified in her presence. Like, please spare me. And she gonna be looking at it like, nah, like for me to spare you is unjust. Like for me to like not do nothing is unjust. I don't want to take away from this feeling. Like, you're an enemy to God. Like, and she's just looking like, nah, like I ain't gonna let nothing slide. Like, nah, like, and she's gonna make herself horrific. I just want to be there when she does it. Like, I want justice for my friend. I want justice for my, like, I want justice for my home. She gonna see a lot of shady-haired females and how they took away from the number of the righteous. How they added to the sorrow that she carries, to the struggle she had in this life. And she's gonna see it just like that. Like, I just want to tell her, like, I've been wanting to link up with her and talk to her and see it, just to tell her what I'm telling you, what I'm making known now. She's gonna see, like, the issues she carried, the type of women that made her dudes respond like this and that, made me, you know, she's gonna see all of this. She's gonna see it. And she's gonna be around these type women, like, these immoral type women, like, and they're gonna be horrified looking at her. She's just gonna be like, yo, and they're gonna be looking at her like, please spare me, like, oh, please don't hurt me. She's gonna be looking like, nah, like, and she just gonna go to work. You call it the 144,000. I call it, you call it whatever you want, man. But that jank was so beautiful. That jank was so beautiful. Like, my friend, serving the Most High, she embodied vengeance. She's submissive. She's honorable. People treat her like garbage, much like they treat me. I want my friend to just, like, run. Y'all don't understand, like, how horrifying, like the just is gonna, like, the righteous is gonna be to the unjust. Y'all don't know. Let's bring it back to this spirit. I see a different origin with her. I've been seeing it every day, in my bag. Like, the Most I really love her, man. Like, for real, this is truly her daughter. Like, bringing it back to this spirit, this androgynistic spirit that has been fighting to destroy the masculinity and the righteousness within man. When I looked at this spirit just smiling, like just coming close, smiling, like how you think a snake slowly slithers when it's looking at its prey, that's how it was smiling, looking at me. Yo. It was no sooner than now that that puzzle was put together, and I can tell you what this spirit was saying as it was just smiling like this. It's like it was like, I tell y'all to buy that book, A Land Unknown, Hell's Dominion. When Jesus was speaking to the author during his pilgrimage, one word became a sentence, one sentence, a paragraph, a page. And this spirit was saying this: I know you ain't in the niggas, bro. I don't care about, I don't care spit about you not being in the niggas, bro. I don't care nothing about it. I know what she means to you, nigga. I know what Angie mean to you, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody know, like, the Most High knows, Satan knows, like, everybody know, nigga, what her lips meant to you on your face, nigga. Everybody know, nigga, what she means to you. That's the point. That's why I made myself look like this. I don't care that you ain't in the niggas, man. I'm into you. If you want to, like, basically, and it's just saying to me, if you want to hump me, if you want to kiss me, if you want me to suck you off, I'll do that for you, man. With an intent to take away from your peace of mind, with the sole goal to ensnare. If you ever wanted to do something with me, I'm with it. And whenever you had thoughts of interacting with me, or thoughts of kissing me, or thoughts of, you know what I'm saying, or thoughts of effing me, that's from me. I'm just saying hi. The deaf ear, I'm gonna get it. Y'all don't understand. Like, my sorrows turned to joy. Like, I just marvel at it. Because that's what it was saying. I call to anybody. I call any man. I don't care that you straight. I make it a point to go to niggas that's straight. I make it a point to go for niggas like you, bro. Because, nigga, you can't, like, yo, like, my nigga, if you ever, like, and when I had experiences where I remember I had dreams where it's like, out of nowhere, I knew I was kissing this spirit, and then I woke up like, and I'm balling my fist, angry. Or times when I'm laying in the bed and I come to and I feel the spirit, like, raping me. Like, when you had them thoughts of kissing me, nigga, that's from me to you. I'll ball up my fist. Now, even now, as I say it to you, it used to anger me. Now, I smile at it because I just see the death. I'm gonna get this nigga. Like, I don't mind. Like, now, I'm just in my bag. Like, my nigga, I don't mind. Because, my nigga, the death I'm gonna give you in the days to come. I'm gonna beat the brakes off you, nigga. I got such high hopes for us. Like, I'm in my bag. And somebody, y'all may see this and be like, Ray, I don't know, you should repent of this, or Ray, A lot of y'all are just ignorant to Psalms when it says, to the merciful, you show merciful. To the blameless man, you show yourself to be blameless. To the purified, you show yourself to be pure. But to the crooked, you make yourself seem torturous. To those with integrity, you show integrity. To the humble, you show humility. To those who are pure, you show yourself to be pure. But to the crooked, you make yourself seem torturous. I just see when my sorrow is turned to joy, man. Y'all don't understand the dimensions of the Most High when it pertains to righteousness and justice. Like, I just see my sorrow turn to joy, man. That nigga made himself look like my first girlfriend with an intent to snare. He made himself look like my first girlfriend with an intent to ensnare. If y'all don't gain nothing from me, you know why I be paying myself and I continue to pay myself and keep close with the Most High? Because I want my homie to beat the brakes off that nigga, man. And I just see the joy that would come over her when that spirit just utterly horrified. Like, hey, yo, look, just spare me. Like, Satan told me to do this, and she just like, nah, that's not happening. Like, because she's going to see she's going to see things that made her struggle throughout her life, things that harass her conscience. She's going to see the burdens that I carry. She's going to see the burdens that she carried. She's going to see what was put in place. And she's going to know whatever she do to it is just. Whatever she do to it is just. Like, good times. If y'all don't gain nothing from me, man, y'all may see this and be like, hey, I don't know if that's Christ-like and this and this. Like, I don't care, man. This video, truth be told, it's more so for the left behind. Those who are honest enough to say, hey, I struggle with this and honest enough to struggle with that. My brother, I don't care who they are, this spirit has been calling to my brother. This spirit, this type spirit be calling to my sister, aiding to things, aiding to the decline in your mental health. The deafer you give it. Deafer you give it. You know why? You know what's funny? What keeps me going is knowing that when the Son of Man returns, he's going to make himself horrifying. Y'all don't know how horrifying the Son of Man is going to make himself. Do you know that's the thing to keep me going? It's how horrifying he's going to make himself. And I hope for my homie, she knows. I hope she knows that, like how horrifying the Son of Man is, and that aids her throughout her days. You know what I tell my homie to my face? I'll tell her to her face. She could look at me and say, I may not kick it with her like on this side of the glory. I may kick it with her. I don't know. Only God knows. But if she looked at me on this side of glory and we kicked it and she said, Ray, you may say you don't want to be with me, but plainly, Ray, I ain't trying to carry you. I can see you do. I would tell her, do you know I would sacrifice being with you again if you could have a double portion of what the Most High has been showing me? I love that woman. And she said to me, Raymond, you still love me. I tell her to her face wholeheartedly, I love you, man. I love you wholeheartedly. And no doubt about it. No doubt about it, man. And if I told her I didn't, and if I said, like, if she said, Ray, I know you still love me. And if I sit here and said otherwise, I'm saying 1 + 1 is 15. I do. But I want a manifestation of what I've been seeing more than the manifestation of what I've been seeing, for her to experience it, for her to feel it, for her to just receive it, is so great that the desire I have of being with her is almost not even there. She don't know I would tell her that to her face. And she would not be able to write off like, Ray, you really serious about that? That's my homie, man. I said something to her once, and she was making fun of me about it because I said it often, like, because I kind of repeat myself. I said to her, and Jill Scott said this to me, and I say it to you. She said to me this: what if I needed you? Jill Scott said to me, what if I needed you to replenish my faith in brothers? Could you do it? And I would answer her, and I would say to her, I try, hinging and based off this being the foundation. I never forgot. She'd be like, yes, I know, like, would you replenish faith in brothers? I'm like, yo, chick, forget you. You know, she's funny about it, you know, because she'd be funny sometimes. What she meant to me. Words can't do it justice. Tupac, in one of his song, Dear Mama, he said, ain't no way I could pay you back. But my plan is to show you that I understand. You are appreciated. If she watched this video all the way through, it's impossible for me to pay you back for what you've been to me, man. It's impossible. You really are appreciated. A lot of niggas, a lot of men, for real, after hearing your words, they'll look at a lot of women and be like, I don't care for what you got to say and get out of my face, man. Because all you're doing is running your mouth. But they would listen to her learning. Listen to her genuinely learning. Like, this is the type of woman that needs to stick around. When y'all hear this, may y'all women be in places where you look at your account and you look at yourself and you look at what you keep alive and look at the things you've done and have a desire to change it when you know it was trifling. The reason why I'm saying it is because my first girlfriend, that's what she done. And that's what brought to the honor she has here and now in this video. Be easy.